Burkina Faso seems to have a busy end of 2024 as the president office is or the government is full of activities. Today they have received, Burkina Faso has received the president of Central African Republic, the Central African country. He was welcomed by President Captain Ibrahim Traore at the airport in the capital Ouagadougou. This happened late afternoon today, actually. So I think we are the first to report it. And also today, this afternoon, 5 countries have presented their credential new ambassadors, both from Africa and mostly outside of Africa. Who are these countries, and what does their relation looks like, and what did their credentials say? Those are the things we are going to look at. But so we are going to look at President of Central African Republic, President of Central African Republic being welcomed by Captain Ibrahim Traore. So this is really interesting for Burkina Faso, as you know, it's a country that has been alienated by most of its neighboring countries. Central Africa is not a neighbor country for Burkina Faso. There's a big distance, but still, it shows that I am glad more when African countries make a connection with Burkina Faso as opposed to other countries. This is it. The 5 countries who presented their credentials are Canada, Belgium, Philippines, Burundi, and Switzerland. These are the countries. But let's first look at the Central African president, I stopped the music, but as you can see, his name is President Archange Touadera. President Touadera, he came to power actually to Central African Republic in August this year. It's just last summer, and he had a very good win over his the predecessor president. And there's not so much that with regards to the relationship between Central African Republic and Burkina Faso, but they both, one thing that I have known is in common, they are fighting against terrorism. So that is really a common issue in which they can tackle. But of course, why not? Even if there is, as per my reading, at least I should say that as per my reading, I haven't come across anything, a trade relationship as Burkina Faso has with other neighboring countries. So maybe this is a start, but I will report more on this, what are usually what media gives you and what are the hidden things, why is he really there? So these are the things I would like to look at. I mean, Central African Republic, another common thing is also, it used to be, a previous French colony, and it's a country, one of those countries that uses the CFA as well. So, maybe this might mean Central African Republic joining the Alliance of the Sahel states, not really the Confederation, but in a sense, following their footsteps, because there's Chad also from Central Africa, who did that, who just chased the French military. It doesn't mean Chad is very much, by the way, established with France, so it will not be easy for it to cut ties with France. So, but yeah, the military has started, and nobody expected from all the countries Chad will do this. So maybe Central Africa will be next, and they are coming and getting their license, from the man himself in the Sahel, from Captain Ibrahim Traore, how to do it. Well, these are the things that excites me. But of course, this media, even it's now I am sharing with you Faso 7. Is this Faso 7 TV is actually the Burkina Faso government, the president office media platform. So, they will not tell us, neither Central African Republic nor Burkina Faso will say, oh, we are here to learn so that how we can cut our tie with the neo-colonizer. No. But I will get that inside information and, get back to you. But apart from that, it's really, really important for African countries to engage with economic cooperation to boost trade, that intra-African trade and others, cultural relationship. There are a lot of things that they can exchange. Yeah, so let's end it there. That's the first part, and we are going to move now to the second part, which is different. You see how he is welcomed there. I think that means Central African Republic people there are Central African Republic living there, or it could be also the Burkinabes themselves. All right, then moving on. 5 countries have presented their credentials, ambassadorial credentials, to Ibrahim Traore. Now, this usually happens, it's not just that 5 ambassadors appointed at the same time. These different countries, it's Belgium, Switzerland, Canada, it's Philippines, and Burundi. Only one African country you see there. And mind you, that's not really good. But what happens is they kind of let them to accumulate, and when there are 5, 10, or whatever, all of them come and present to the president. And even do not be surprised that these Western countries establishing a diplomacy with Burkina Faso. Even the United States itself, who was so much against and whose military have been kicked out from Burkina Faso and also Niger, right? They have established a relationship. And they have appointed an ambassador, and that ambassador, it's a lady, has presented her credentials to Captain Ibrahim Traore. So do not be surprised if, after some time, France wants to reestablish that relationship with these revolutionary leaders, because they need them. It's not just for diplomacy, okay? It's there are things that they need from Africa, and they cannot live without it. When they bring their military, that means there's something important for them. So just think it that way. Okay, so let me just say something about each of the country, and let me share a video here how it look like them presenting their credentials, and then I will talk while we put the video. Yeah. Okay, so we have it. We will play it, and then this is the Belgium. Okay, this one is from Belgium. Now I will say this, okay? Look, each of them, most of them, they have their diplomatic relationship since, Burkina Faso has got their independence. And if you read history, it is those Western countries, even those who colonized them, are the one on the one day after their independence who come and establish that diplomacy. You don't see African countries come so much later, and some of them, okay, maybe they were not free to do that, but even after they're free, it just takes some time, a decade or something, before African countries establish an embassy in another African country, and that's like, yeah, sad. Well, so starting from Belgium, I said he received ambassadors from Belgium, Switzerland, Canada, Philippines, and Burundi. Okay, these are the countries. Now, the cooperation between, if you ask like what is given here on the media between Burkina Faso and Canada, of course, it dates back after right from the beginning, from independence, and there are bilateral and multilateral relations, and this cooperation concerns areas such as promotion of democracy, peace, security, gender equality, access to basic education, and empowerment of women and girls. I mean, je déteste ça. I mean, that's what the French say. So I really hate it. You know, they come in, they're like dictator, bossy, not economic. It doesn't seem any mutual benefit. So they are like that moral vanguards of democracy, peace, education, girls empowerment, this and that, and they want to teach. I mean, what the heck? We know why Canada is in Burkina Faso. I will tell you later the real reason. Let me tell you even now, okay, as I unpack it. The real reason why Canada in Burkina Faso is because this mining company called I Am Gold Corporation, which is the second largest or the first largest miner during, you know, before they start to take ownership of their natural resources. It was this I Am Gold Corporation is from Canada. Canada has a lot of gold mining companies. They have that technology. Okay, Resolute is also from Canada, or is it from Australia? You have Barrick as well, who is in dispute with Mali. So Canada is there, you know, because they want to have that peace with Burkina Faso and their business to continue to cooperate. And maybe they are thinking, oh, maybe our share, Burkina Faso might not want to raise its share. You know, they're speculating all the things and how they can please Ibrahim Traore, so that they will not be maybe asked to raise the share of the mining. Well, you know, taken. There will be nothing that, you know, the Western countries will continue to own, while the locals are deprived of all the benefits that they were deserved to get. Okay, that's one. Now, secondly, let's go to Belgium. Now, what does Belgium say here? Let me see what the media gives here. Okay, so now according to here, the cooperation between Burkina Faso and Belgium, of course, it starts from it dates back from the independence time, and the Belgian Development Agency, you know, all these foreign ministries have their development agencies. They like to do that, these Western countries. So the Belgian one is called Enable. So it's the main actor implementing Belgian cooperation interventions. So Belgium's areas of intervention in Burkina Faso are water and sanitation, health, security, entrepreneurship, and capacity building. Well, Belgium, why are you there? What is your business with Burkina Faso? Well, I'm going to go and expose you. Belgium imports from Burkina Faso oilseed, oleagic fruits, grains, seeds, edible fruits, nuts, from minerals, pearls, precious stones, metals, coins. There's also machinery, nuclear reactions, boiler. These are, I think, perhaps maybe their exports. So there are these things also they import and export to Burkina Faso, which is in amount. Let me see if I can get the total amount of it. Of a recent year. Okay, for example, in 2023, the total amount was 3.53 million US dollars. That was their trade amount. So that's why you are there. You want to, you know, safeguard that business. Okay, it's not these things that you come and boss around or capacity building, this and that. They're good. Burkina Faso is good by itself. let's continue. The third country is Switzerland. Switzerland, according to them, so established cooperation relation with Burkina Faso in 1961. That's around the independence time. Since the establishment of diplomatic relations, the two countries have concluded agreements in the areas of trade, investment, protection, and technical cooperation, as well as in the area of budgetary aid. I like this, at least relatively there is trade there, investment. That's better. We want our governments to be seen as equal partners, not to be looked at, oh, we come here to lecture you, we want to give you capacity building, teach you about women empowerment. We have our women queens before the existence of Europe or before the existence of the world. So do not accept any of this come Europe and when they try to lecture you about women empowerment or equality, gender, this and that. So I think that's finished. So let me just get it out. Please go ahead. Oh my God. Okay, this has to go. Okay. Yeah, no, it's only me. So it's Switzerland. This is what, but the real reason why Switzerland is there, let me see what Switzerland has. It's a leading trade partner in Africa for Burkina Faso, with a trade volume of CFA francs, the currency that these countries use, which is created by France, 3 billion. So consisting almost exclusively the Swiss import of Burkina Faso. And Burkina Faso's 99.9% gold comes from did I say Burkina Faso's? Switzerland's gold comes from 100%, almost 99.9% comes from Burkina Faso. So Switzerland is importing gold from Burkina Faso. And they know that now how these leaders are taking ownership of their natural resources. So they want to see how they can survive, whether with this, because when you take ownership of your natural resource, you also, negotiate the royalty. You have to set up the price, this and that. So they want to secure that their gold source country have a good relationship with them, and if anything, if there's any price change or any, so those are that's why Switzerland wants to continue its diplomatic relationship with Burkina Faso. The other one we have, you have Burundi. Burundi, it started very late, its diplomatic relationship with Burkina Faso around 1997, and still things were not even finalized. Like, before you open an embassy, there are areas that you have to agree, whether it's education wise, science or technology, whatever, agriculture, it doesn't, but you have to have a certain agreement. So that those things were not finalized. So it looks like now if they have appointed an ambassador, so maybe there would be a bilateral agreement. So Burkina Faso's with the last one is Philippines. So the relation with Philippines started in 2002. So it was just a courtesy visit so far. Well, maybe now Philippines have something to step up the game, and hopefully also for Burkina Faso. That was it, fam. So I wanted to bring you this. It looks, I think it has been a hell of a year for all the Sahel states, and I'm sure Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger will have a good wrap-up of 2024, and plans. Also yesterday I came and reported their plan, Burkina Faso's plan for the year, a 3-point declaration that the prime minister have put, fighting against corruption, and owning their public resources, and accelerating the development that they have started, development programs. That is their motto. I think they're good to go, and let's see what more new things we are going to get Burkina Faso. We will follow up and bring it to your hair. Thank you very much for tuning in. So yeah, quick shout out Leuciton Smith, the Prosperous One, Arnett, and Warrior. So thank you all for your support. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, share the video with others, and give it a like if you find it informative enough and relevant enough Do not keep the video, only the knowledge and information for yourself. And please go ahead and support our channel through our PayPal account. You have it in the description section. I forgot because I am so much consumed with what I'm going to present to you. I forget to bring the link here, but yeah, you find it. Make an effort. You find it in the description section, so you can donate through our PayPal account. Some of you have asked us to set up a Patreon and buy me a coffee. I'll try to do that. I'm not savvy when it comes to technology. I like my reading and coming and talking here, but of course I do need your support. That was it, and I will see you on the next one. We have a daily recap of Africa where we will bring you, news from various parts of the continent. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.